The Summer Solstice, Celebrating the Journey of the Sun from May Day to Harvest, by John Matthews. A Journey to the Sun, a meditation. Though we may no longer regard the sun as a divinity, as our ancestors did, the sun can still be a very important personal symbol for us. Its light every bit as vital as it was in the cosmos of our ancestors. In the meditation that follows, you may take a journey of your own, following in the steps of the solar heroes. The first part of the journey is conducted through guided imagery, but later you will be asked to use your own inner senses to explore the mystery of the sun's course through your life. When you reach that point in the journey, follow the way you are led, either by your own compass or by the helpers who are everywhere present. It may be an inner sun that you seek, a light that no longer shines as it once did for you. Or you may track the influence of the real sun in your life. By making your own pilgrimage in search of the sun, you are sure to arrive at a deeper understanding of its energies. When you stand before the Lord and Lady of the midsummer, or the summer solstice, you are meeting the most human appearances of the sun gods and goddesses from antiquity. From them, you can learn much about the state of your own personal sun. Close your eyes and allow your outer senses to switch off. Prepare to leave behind your everyday consciousness and travel into another reality. Then, with your inner senses, become aware of a mighty tree rising before you. Its trunk is the span of a dozen trees, its branches wide and thick. It is easy to climb, and this you do, climbing up until you arrive at a place above the clouds. The light there is dim, just like that before dawn, but you are able to see a great stretch of whiteness on all sides, a landscape seemingly made out of clouds. You find that you can easily walk on the surface as if it were firm ground. Not knowing which way to go, you look around for directions. You see coming towards you a tall figure wrapped in a cloak of iridescent darkness. He has shining black hair and a thick beard, and his eyes gleam with a trickster-like twinkle. This figure bids you welcome and asks you why you have come. You answer that you have come to seek the midsummer sun. At this he laughs. Do you truly think the sun will not return without your efforts? Then, noting your crestfallen look, he says, if you truly wish to seek the sun, you must travel to the home of the Lord and the Lady of Midsummer. Do you wish to do this? You answer that you do, and your guide turns and utters a high, eluding call. At once the clouds part, and a chariot drawn by two great black steeds appears. Your guide bids you to get in, and this you do, settling back amid heaps of cushions and blankets. Your guide leaps into the driving seat, and uttering another cry, urges the horses into motion. At once you are moving smoothly and quickly, as the white cloudscape over which you travel passes in a blur. You cannot tell how long the journey takes or how far you have traveled, but it seems only a moment later that the chariot comes to a halt, and your guide invites you to get out. Looking around, you find yourself standing at the foot of a flight of marble stairs that rise out of the clouds and vanish into a mist shot through the golden glow. Your guide indicates that you should proceed. You set out at once on your own time, but climbing upward without any fear. After a time that is no time, you arrive at the top of the steps and find before you a long hallway that seems formed out of clouds. Gentle golden light shines on all sides, through its source is hidden. You begin to walk and soon see ahead two mighty thrones, on which are seated figures twice as tall as you. As you stand before them, you see they are a man and a woman, clad in golden robes, with crowns of gold on their brows, and hair like streams of frozen light. Their eyes are azure, fathomless as the deepest sea. As you stand before them, the Lord and Lady of Midsummer look down at you, nod unkindly, and ask in one voice, "Why have you come?" You tell them you have come to find the midsummer sun and bring it back to shine upon the earth once more. At this, the Lady of Midsummer smiles at her lord, who nods to her. Then the lady addresses you. "Before you can undertake this task, you must first look into my mirror." She indicates a place to the left, where the clouds part to reveal a shining mirror set into the shifting walls. In your own time, you move to the place and look into the mirror. No one but you knows what you see there, but it is something important to you in your quest. When you have finished looking into the mirror, the Lord of Midsummer rises from his throne and offers a blessing. Go with the strength of the summer, with the speed of the wind, with the force of the rain, and with the light of the midsummer sun you seek. With these words ringing in your ears, you turn away from the Lord and Lady. Behind you waits your tall, dark guide. He beckons you back to the chariot and his 2 black steeds. The magical chariot is ready. As you step into it, he stands back and indicates that you must continue your journey without him. The chariot will take you where you need to go, and you must trust to its knowledge. As you settle yourself in place again, suddenly, with a flurry of wings and a loud cry, a large raven arrives. It perches on the front of the chariot and cocks its head at you. Its yellow eyes are full of mischief and wisdom. Almost at once, the chariot begins to move, traveling faster and faster through the white fields of cloud. You are vaguely aware of land passing beneath. Continents and oceans seem small and insignificant as you sail through the clouds. As you travel, you hear the voice of the raven, and mingled with its words are the strains of music, high and mysterious, coupled with the songs of the birds. Listening, you are carried onward towards your goal. Trust whatever you see there, or look to the raven for advice. When you arrive at the place of the midsummer sun, ask it to return with you to brighten and warm your days. With your task accomplished, return slowly to the place from which you began, allowing your inner senses to recede and your outer senses to return to normal waking consciousness. You may wish to take notes on what you saw and heard, keeping in mind that from this point forward, you journey with the blessing of the Lord of the Midsummer.